Hello there, Julian from JulianTechTM, and today I have a very special video. It's going to be an all-white PC build. I know the box looks black, but inside all white. And yes, this video is brought to you by MSI, and they want to showcase all their white products. Just a disclaimer, I'm still recovering from COVID, so I sound a bit like sick, but I'll try to get my energy up. Let's get into the build. Okay, so for this build, right, it's going to be very interesting. For the CPU, I actually already did this build with my 3-build PC, which is the 5600G. So a no GPU build. But the difference between that build and this build is that build, you couldn't even put a GPU because it was a small PC. For this build, you have the option to put a GPU later on, and that's what we'll be doing later on. No GPU first, we'll do some benchmark, we'll play some games, then later on we will install a GPU. For the motherboard, we have the Mac B550M MORTAR Wi-Fi in white. We look at that. As I mentioned many times, the AMD Ryzen 5600G has integrated graphics, or APU. Is it one of the best integrated graphics in terms of gaming performance from a CPU? And because of Intel launching their 12th gen, the 5000 series have been like really affordable. This used to be $400. Now you can find for $250. So definitely a good time to buy. Also, this is industry insider information. Because Singapore reopened after lockdown or CB or whatever restrictions, the demand for PCs has dropped like 80%, 70%. Demand has never been so low. And supply, not say high, but stores are struggling to sell their products. So now is really a good time to buy a PC. It has happened in Malaysia, it has happened in Australia. When they opened up, the PC market crashed. Took about 3 to 4 months for it to get back to level terms. And now in Singapore, we are in like 1 month in the reopening of Singapore. Try to get it as soon as possible before it opens up again. I mean, the market stabilize and then things get expensive again. Install the CPU, easy. I haven't been talking to you guys for quite some time. So it's... Hey, wait. You know what? Once this video comes out, it'll be 2 months in already. Yeah, sorry. So if you can get your PCs now, go and get your PCs now, because once the 4000 series GPU come out, the 7000 series AMD comes out, it's gonna be price hikes again. Basically, it's a good time for gamers to buy their PC now, because all the office people not buying PCs anymore. They all went back to the office, they go overseas and all this kind of thing. No more work from home, so all the gamers can buy their PCs now. Next, we can add the NVMe SSD. So I have the MSI SPATIUM M480 PCIe 4 NVMe SSD, 1TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD. Very nice. I was a bit worried having COVID and needing to do this video because I work with MSI very closely. Thankfully, they are very understanding. Do support MSI because they have been supporting this channel since the start, actually. Yeah, 2 years ago. Even during NOC days, yeah. But NOC days was the laptop department, so it's a bit different. So, terima kasih MSI. And for the RAM, I have the G.SKILL TridentZ Royale. Yeah, we're going white. We're going silver and white and obiang. I feel like I need gloves. Look at how shiny that is. You either love this or you hate this. Oh, by the way, this is DDR4. 32GB kit, I think. 3600 MHz. First slot in, and then we take the cloth. I'm not sure whether if I like this or I don't like this. This is my first time actually using this RAM. I actually like it. Oh! There's still a peel. Shit, I didn't know. Whoa. Whoa, it's even shinier than I thought. Oh, golly. I should have added this in before I took out the peel. Oh. Okay, I got off the back. There we go. Look at that RAM. Oh. I'm gonna do some B-rolls later, yeah? Next thing we can add is the CPU cooler. Oh, look at, it's white. It's so white, it's like snow white. Look at these fans, man. These fans, I love it. I'm not sure why my thermal paste is like liquidy, but it'll work. Alright, then crisscross. And we have installed the AIO cooler on the motherboard. Next thing we can do is like add in the case. I have the GUNGNIR 110R white. The hell, who installs the fan like that? Jesus. Like, why is it one in, one out, one in? That is so freaking ugly. Maybe they think there's no space, but I'm pretty sure there is. And that's why that thing is out. And you see it's like 1 in, 2 out. It's so ugly. This is supposed to go in front. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, got space, what? Got space, what? I just put, I don't understand. See, doesn't that look so much better? Flushed, yeah? The dust cover. Yeah. Correct, what? Like that, what? Look at, so much better. Oh, God. So with the motherboard secured in place now, we can figure out where the radiator would face. Yep, this is good. And in the fans. Install the motherboard, the radiator, the CPU cooler. Next is the PSU. I have the MSI MPG A750GF white power supply. I gotta admit, I am super tired. I love building this, but I'm drained. Oh, look at that. Look at that power supply, man. It's so white. It's the matte white. I love this kind of white. Cables are white too. Not as nice as braided cables, but this is the next best thing. This case, you can see the PSU and everything's white. Only the motherboard, like PCB, is white. It would be so nice, but it's okay. Can't get everything, right? If I didn't do anything wrong, it should power on. Everything's plugged in, just making sure it works. Woo! Woo! Look at that! Wow! That is a good looking PC. You don't even need LED strips. The fan just does it. Overexposed, you know, I'm gonna expose it properly. Oh, you look at that. You know what? I'm not saying this because they sponsored this video, but MSI, you did something right with the white series. It looks freaking amazing. Like, look at that. You know, I've been sick for the last 5 days. I have not been working on PCs or touching PC components, so I'm glad this is my first PC build after COVID. So what I'm gonna do next is get a monitor, install Windows, get all the software done, then play a few games without a GPU, then later add a GPU and play more games. Okay, so don't go anywhere and subscribe. Editing magic. This is the MSI modern MD271PW. PW, I think it means white. This monitor is usually the monitor I recommend when people say, hey Julian, can recommend me a white monitor? It's not really a gaming monitor, but usually when people ask for a white monitor, they don't really care about performance. So that's why I say this is like one of the better office use monitor. Monitor stand is white. There we go. To complete this whole setup, I have a white mouse. Mouse pad is white. Keyboard is somewhat white. And I have a PS5 controller. And then you'll be like, why just bring the controller? I got a PS5 here too. Matches the setup. Ooh. On. Voila! I'm thinking if I should put like this. Like, it's not a lot of space on this table. I think this is good, yeah. So I already benchmarked the PC. I expected the 5600G, can play CSGO, can play Valorant, about 100 frames per second on average, 120. In a deathmatch, it's going 200 frames per second. Smooth, smooth. I actually suck at Valorant now. I have not been playing any CSGO or Valorant in a long time. 150 FPS. That is insane. What settings are these? Or medium settings. I think we can go high. Look at that, high. 200 frames per second. 200 frames. Buttery smooth. You can't see it on the video because the video is like 30 frames per second, but it feels good. It feels competitive. Obviously, if you want to be even more competitive, change the monitor to something like 144 Hz with 1 ms response time. Hey! And play. This guy waiting for me at the corner. That's what you get for waiting in the corner. Okay, let's try op. Oh no, I miss. Wait, let me reload. Can. It is possible. I have established before that the 5600G can play Valorant, no problem. CSGO, I think CSGO is a little bit worse, but still possible. But the question is, how about AAA games? Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm gonna guess at low settings, the lower settings, it will do like 30 frames per second, which is not good. At 1080p, lower settings, I'm getting 20 FPS. My eyes. Blech. I think I can make it playable. What I can do is use Fidelity Super Resolution, which is AMD's way of downscaling the resolution. So we will go to balance and we see how much frames we get, okay? Okay, managed to get 30 frames, so extra 10 frames. The game looks like it's running on a potato. Playable. And we still can go lower. We can go ultra performance. Let's see where ultra performance get us, okay? And let's see how potato the graphics are, okay? Oh my god, this is... Let's start by saying we got 40 frames per second. I feel like this is how people that need to wear glasses don't wear their glasses. Can you see? Can you come closer and zoom into this? Let's get out of the car. And let's look at some of the people. Oh my! Let's look at some of the people. Look at him. It's censoring all their faces. It's mosaic, whatever you call it, their faces. Like, look at that. I can't even see her face. But I have to admit, 60 frames per second. Look at that. When I'm not driving, so it's actually playable. It's just horrible looking. At the moment, this setup is more of like aesthetic matter. You don't really play a lot of games. Maybe you want to play Valorant, right? Maybe you want to play. Or you don't have the money to buy a GPU yet. So you can buy this PC first, then later buy a dedicated GPU. So I have here the MSI Gaming X RX 6600 XT. I understand that a lot of people like NVIDIA better. Their 6600 XT, I actually think is better than the RTX 3060. I mean, you don't have DLSS, your ray tracing performance is not the best. But if you don't care about all those, like you don't care about ray tracing, you don't really care about DLSS, very good buy. Value for money. I know the GPU doesn't fit the theme, it's not white. I know. If you really want, you can buy a white GPU. If you ask me, it still looks good. Are we gonna just go straight to Ultra? Yes, we are. Look, yes, the graphics, my eyes. I'm getting 70 frames per second. The 90th percentile is about 60 FPS. Very playable, very playable. So like I said, this PC, super chill. If you wanna really have the theme all white, you can change the GPU to a white GPU. If let's say you're gonna get a GPU straight away, right, you can change the CPU to a 5600X instead of a 5600G. Or even a 5600 without the G, you save a bit of money. Like I said, at the moment, the demand is low, so I saw the 5600G at $230. But yes, I already benchmarked both setups, the one with GPU and the one without a GPU. Here are the benchmarks. I mean, yeah, as expected, without GPU, not very good, but still playable. With GPU, out the roof. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is interesting. My first build after COVID. Very good looking PC. Let's do a beauty shot. Thank you very much for watching again, and I hope to see you on the next video next week. And don't forget to subscribe. 66% of y'all are not subscribed. Please help me support. Get the numbers higher, do more videos, and hire more people. Getting an office real soon. Thank you. Done. Julian from the future here, and while editing this video, MSI contacted me and actually told me there's a giveaway for this actual PC that I built. It's without the GPU, but you know what? It's still a free PC. So all you have to do is just click on the link in the description below and there's all the details there. And this giveaway is global, so no matter where you are, you Singaporean, not Singaporean, you can stand a chance to win. Good luck everyone, and I am done now.